Assalamu alaikum. In Surah 90, Surah Al-Balad, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ. We have created man into hardship. That hardship ebbs and flows. It can be more difficult at times and less difficult at times. It is all part of the test, which is this life. Some people may fail the test and others may pass, while others may pass with flying colors. This is something that, in a sense, we all know. There are people that do good things. There are people that are better than others, and this is something that it's not just Muslims that understand. The other day I heard Governor Cuomo of New York say that this pandemic has brought out the best and the worst of people. This is true because there are some people that will do the right thing even during a crisis, while others do the exact opposite. I think Harun is trying to tell me something. Hello? 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 Yes? I am live. All right. This is what happens when you try to do things live. So this is something that everyone knows, and like I said, the other day I heard Governor Cuomo say that this pandemic has brought out the best and the worst of people. And this is because there are some people that will do the right thing even during a crisis, and others may do just the opposite. What do we mean by that? In Surah Al-Balad, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala goes on to talk about the steep road, the difficult road, the road that He subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us is the better road. And He says, فلا اقتحم العقبة وما أدراك ما العقبة فك رقبة أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة. But he has not hastened to the steep path. But he has not hastened to the steep path. And what will explain to you what is the steep path? It is the freeing of a slave or the giving of food in a day of severe hunger. What does this tell us? It tells us that you can break people up into three groups, sort of the way that this is done in Surah Al-Waqi'ah. On a day when we ourselves are in need, many people, most people will think of themselves and may not give. That is not haram. But the best among us will still think of others on that day. The best among us will still think of those that are even less fortunate than ourselves, even when we are in distress, even when we are distressed, even when there is uncertainty. This is the group that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be in. This is the group that takes the steep and difficult path. And then there is the third group. The third group are those that have fallen into sin. While it is allowed for us not to give on a day when there is great need, it is not okay to hoard on a day when there is great need. The people that hoard items when there are shortages have committed a sin. Amr ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhu narrated a hadith in which the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "No one hoards but one who is in error." And in Nawawi he said that the scholars of Arabic language stated that the word khati, translated here as the one who is in error, means one who is disobedient and a sinner. And this hadith clearly indicates that hoarding is haram. And this is what Nawawi said. This pandemic has caused a great deal of angst for people around the world. The way we react to this trial tells us something about ourselves. The best of us will do what Allah encourages and take the steep, difficult road. They will think of others during this time. They will be empathetic, and they will still give, and they will give to those that are less fortunate. The normal people will cave into their fears and hold on to what they have because of the future, and they want to make sure that they have what they need in the future. But the worst of people are those that fall into sin and hoard needed items. Such people either don't think about or don't care about the suffering of others. A few points before we end. First, giving is not the only thing that puts you on the steep path. There are those who go out and do jobs that put themselves in harm's way. For that, we should be thankful and for that we should be thankful. We should be thankful to the many doctors, nurses, and others working to save lives. They don't stay at home and just think of themselves and their own health. There are these are also people who take the steep road. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward them for what they do. Second, hoarding is not just about food. The prohibition on hoarding applies to anything that people need. Hoarding is haram during a time of need. However, some people stockpile items when there is no need, when there is no great need out there, when there is plenty in the market. They do that in preparation for when there is a need. This is permissible. Also, some people are called hoarders because they just don't throw things away. This is not haram. May not be advisable, but not haram. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of those who give even during times of crisis. And may He protect us from falling into the sin of hoarding goods during such times. And before we end, I want to remind everyone to donate to the masjid and to subscribe to the masjid's YouTube channel. There are links below for each. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نستغفرك ونتوب إليك بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.